Good evening to each of you. Pray that you're well. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. All right. Good evening, Pastor Green. Hey, Miss Nugent. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Deacon Williams. Hey, Miss Randolph. It's good to see you from a distant Sunday. Um, Good evening to each of you. Thank you for tuning in. tuning in. Um, hey, Reverend Hunter. Bless you, sir. Uh, Pray that you all had a good day and that things are well with you and your families. Um, Hope you're staying cool and hydrated in this heat. Reverend Youngblood, bless you, ma'am. Um, hey, Ashley, bless you. Hey, Reverend Bob, bless you. Let me, Miss King. Hey, Miss Lovely, bless you. Um, I just had a brain freeze. What I wanted to say. Uh, Lady Stroman, bless you. Let me thank you for your support. For those of you who prayed for us and went with us to Liberty to celebrate with Pastor Terrence Edwards and his family and the Turkey Creek Church on Sunday. Thank you for the presence and the prayers. Um, um, Sunday was a good day. Um, Let us continue to pray for the family of Dr. Ronald Mouton and the in his what we would suggest his untimely demise, um, his uh, his murder. Let's just call it what it is, his murder. Hey, Shell from Oklahoma City, thank you so much for being consistent, praying for the entire Mouton family and his church family, his twin brother, Pastor Roland, and those who are connected to the Mouton family and uh, in all walks of life. Hey, Jen. So continue to pray for those who are connected to the Mouton family. Um, and as his wife said on this week, let us even pray for um, the person who took her husband's life. And that was a true sign of Christianity, if I ever saw one, that she called on the city of Houston and the church to pray for the person who savagely uh, ended her husband's life uh, last Friday. All right. Now let me say this. I know it's early, but yet I know it's not early. Uh, I'm just um, want to just kind of put it out there. Um, Friday uh, will be the 1st of July. Um, Friday will be the 1st of July. Um, and and can you believe that fellowship will be a year old in August? Let the church celebrate. Come on, let me hear somebody say, "Thank you, Jesus." That will be a year old in August. Come on, give me something out there that will be, hey, Brother Jackson, uh, will be a year old uh, in August. In August already, can you? It's been a quick year. In August, will be a year old by the grace of God. Now, listen, I know, um, I know that you all have your calendars already pre-planned, but for those of you who are in town and out of town, I need every member of fellowship, if possible, and those of you who've never been to fellowship, if possible, this is your time to make your pilgrimage to Mecca. This is your time to make your pilgrimage to the church. We're celebrating the third and the fourth Sunday uh, in in August. The 21st and the 28th are our celebratory services. And so, if you're out of town, you'll be hearing more information about hotel and hotel blocks for out of town fellowship members. And so, um, fellowship, I really need you guys to be present on the 21st and the 28th of August. Listen, if y'all have never come to church before, on the 21st and conjunction the 28th, not just the 21st or the 28th, if possible, the 21st and the 28th. We need to celebrate together the goodness of God and come together and thank God for, number one, calling us together and sustaining us in a global pandemic endemic. And so, August 21st, 28th, we'll have a week of festivities, um, that you can participate in. Um, um, so, listen, I need you to be excited about that. Write that down. August 21st and 28th. You'll be hearing more about it, but I wanted to put that out there tonight. And so, because I don't want anyone saying it was last minute. I didn't know. We didn't know August 21st and 28th. If you're out of town, hey, do your best to get here on one of those Sundays, August 21st or August 28th. August 28th will culminate. August 21st will begin. Okay. And so we really need you guys to be attentive, to show up in great number. We just want to celebrate. Okay. We just want to celebrate. So um, it's out there August 21st and 28th. Somebody put that in the chat section for me so the Saints will know up front uh, what our celebratory services will when they will commence. Yeah, so 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock a.m. And there'll be things we'll be doing every day during the week, virtually, you know, and one will be in person, and so during the week, and it's going down like four flat tires. Yeah, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Both of those services. Um, we ain't doing no 3 o'clock church, so we gonna get in and do it like we do it from 8:30, from 8 a.m. to 9:30, and so it's going down like four flat tires. Yeah, yeah, going down like two front seats back in the 70s. Yes, indeed. Going down like two front seats back in the 70s. All right. All right. Um, Part two of last week. Pastor Garland Thompson, good to see you, sir. Blessings on you and in your work. Uh, are you healthy enough to serve? Uh, Part two. And we'll read our foundational script that we talked about last week. Same script. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, which you have from God, and that you are not your own? This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be unto God. All right, folks, let's just get to it. This is cut and dry, black and white. Hopefully, I won't be as long as I was last week. I got a great response last week. Several of you inboxed me. Some of you texted me and said, "Hey, you drunk more water last week. That you went walking. Some of you went rode your bike last week, and so I was excited to hear that. Uh, Listen, tonight might be a little sensitive for some. Um, let me say part of this will be from for mature uh, uh, audiences. In some cases, well, most of my stuff is, I guess, but you'll get where I'm going. Hey, Reg, bless you, man. Um, are you healthy enough to serve, ladies and gentlemen? Uh, good, good, good young blood. Started back to walking. Great. Um, I talked about last week. I talked about um, um, one of the issues with diabetes is it's where you carry your weight, your gut, your belly, your stomach, whatever you want to call it. Um, and one of the terms is it's visceral fat, um, which which is a bad thing. Um, and so um, we need to work on that. Gut health is important, as they say. Gut health, stomach health is important. Um, some suggest, um, and again, I am no scientist, nor am I a medical personality. I read, I research. Um, I may be wrong, I may be right. Um, I'm just doing the best I can to lead the people who I'm under to be the best that they can be. Um, and so if I get something wrong, then please feel free to correct me. I'm not above being corrected. Um, um, some suggest that a lot of diseases start in the gut, in the stomach. A lot of diseases start in the stomach, um, because of poor waste elimination. Um, it is suggested that people who don't have um, proper waste elimination, um, you may have 15 pounds of um, fecal matter attached to the walls of your colon. Um, that's literally just there rotting away. And without the elimination of that that aids in different diseases um, happening in your body. And so, as silly as it may seem or it may sound, that one of the things that will aid in your health is proper bowel movements. That that you need to make sure that your colon is cleansed properly. Let the church say amen. Um, if you're feeling bloated, if you're feeling heavy, especially if you are a heavy meat eater, especially if you are a heavy red meat eater. I'm not sure, but I think it takes maybe 15, 16 hours just for red meat steak to digest in your system. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't passing that, all of that meat, all of that red meat, all of that chicken and stuff, it's literally just rotting away in your system. And so, to be honest with you, you need to have at least three uh, uh, good bowel movements per day. If you're having one or two, then you're not you're not regular, nor are you healthy. And one of the things that will aid in that as well is drinking water. And some of you are not drinking enough water. And some of you, as soon as you get constipated, you run and you drink, prune juice, and you drink, you want to run and you want to run and you want to do this and take that. But you need to be consistent. And guess what? I hate water. I'm not going to lie to you. I hate it with a passion, but it's necessary. And for me personally, I can't drink it consistently without some kind of crystal light or something in it, but it helps me get it down. And so, hey, my sister Joe, love you, sis. Um, I'm glad you on here, Joe. Joe's a health guru. Um, um, and so you need water. Your body is 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 a large percentage of water. And so if you're swallowing down soda, if you're swallowing down sweet tea and diet coke and Dr Pepper and coke and Red Bull, and if you're pulling up to McDonald's to get um, you know coke and sweet tea and every day, and if you're drinking whatever you're drinking, coffee 2 and 3 times a day, and you aren't drinking water, that's why when you urinate, you have to hold your nose because it smells like ammonia. And that's why when you urinate, your urine looks like you know, a neon color, glowing in the dark. Yeah, yeah, you need to drink some water. Yeah, you for multiple reasons. Uh, you need to drink some water. You know, um, water is necessary, folks. You can't drink soda and sweet tea and unsweet tea all day. You can't drink these things all day, and you know better. And I get it that some of you are addicted to these things, and You don't think that you are, but you are. Um, um, you really are addicted to you are addicted to this stuff, you know. Because let me be honest with you, if you have to have a Dr. Pepper or a Coke, uh, or a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew, uh, when you wake up in the morning, or you got a monkey on your back, Jack. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you get headaches, and what will soothe your headache is a Coke or a Mountain Dew or some sweet tea or a Pepsi or a Dr. Pepper, or you got a monkey in your back, Jack. You are addict. You are addict. That's all you are. You a functioning addict. You got a monkey on your back. That's what that's what that's what that's what Lamont told Fred on Sanford and Son. You got a monkey on your back, Jack. And we don't think about that. But number one, it's a high consumption of sugar. It's messing with your liver. It's messing with your kidneys, and all of those things that you're drinking. Watch this. It's making your blood thick, and the thicker your blood is, watch this, the harder it's making your heart work and pump. I pray I'm making sense. So water is necessary. Gut health is important. You don't, I mean, I can't tell you what to eat, but ladies and gentlemen, you red meat is not good every day. Fried chicken, meat ain't good every day. Personally, I mean, it is just not a good thing to eat meat every day, especially if you are a man. And I'm gonna tell you why in due season. Now I'm going to divert for um, a minute, and I want the women who cook for your man, and I want the men who cook for yourselves to hear this. There are several things men should not be consuming, especially as you get old, brothers. And one of the things is brothers and women, brothers, women, brothers, men, women, sisters, brothers. Are you hearing me? Men who cook, women who cook for your men or your man, you should not be feeding your man anything out of a can. Anything out of a can. One more time, lean in. Women who cook, men who cook, you should not be feeding your man anything out of a can. Canned spinach, canned green beans, uh, 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 whatever, canned soup, whatever it is. Number one, there is something, the initials called BPA. BPA mimics estrogen. And so if you're feeding your boo and man stuff out of a can consistently, the older he gets, he may have erectile issues because there is something in those cans to keep those vegetables fresh, or keep them not fresh, but to keep them whatever, and so over time you're feeding him corn out of the can and whatever. That's going to be an issue. Okay, this is for the men. um a high diet in salt. Yeah, to preserve them. Thank you, Bree. Yeah, that BPA helps to preserve. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Uh, Come on, Dwayne. Dwayne say, if it's out of the can, you're not cooking, you fixing. Ooh, shot up. Shots fired. Boom, 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 boom. Shots fired. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna cook. You say you ain't cooking, you fixing. That was petty, and I love it. But anyway, high salt. High salt. High salt. High salt. High salt. I used to be a salt guy. I used to just put salt on my food before I would even, taste it. Just salt guy. High salt. High animal fat. High animal fat. Again, uh, hey Carmen, uh, chicken, you know, and I know we love chicken, you know, soy is bad, exactly. Flaxseed is bad for men. Um, High animal fat, again, the pork chop, all that stuff. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it's in moderation. That's the word, moderation. But if you're eating pork chops every day, if you're eating fried chicken every day, fried foods is not good. Because let's be honest, brothers, you need blood to flow. You need blood to flow, and if those arteries in that particular region is clogged, blood ain't gonna flow. Do you feel me? All right, all right, all right. So high animal fat, just like your arteries and your heart can clog, then guess what? The arteries in your middle genitalia can also clog. You need to also leave that high uh, 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 fat meat alone. You can't eat. You can't do it every day. Maybe twice a week. Don't eat any meat at all. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just saying. But my thing is, when you get to the meeting, you want to be able to start the race, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. Uh, um, a lack of exercise. Brothers, get up, get off the couch, and do something. Yeah, do something. Walk. Do something. Walk around the corner. Walk to the store. You know. Uh, Yeah, walk, you know what I'm saying? Walk to the store. If your stomach in the way and you can't see what's going on, that's a problem, you know. And you women, stop talking about I want a man with a stomach so I can lay my head on his stomach. You silly, and you don't care about it. And if that's what your wife telling you, get rid of her. So that probably was a little harsh. Don't get rid of her. But she don't care about you, because that ain't good. Yeah, that ain't good. Now, get up and walk. 30 minutes a day can change your life. Uh, and let me be clear for you who who wanna who wanna you know who want to substitute, Chick-fil-A for uh Burger King and and McDonald's. Ain't none of it's good. You know what I'm saying? None of it's good to to the greatest scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? And so that fast food, French fries, horrible for you. We all like fresh, hot McDonald's fries. I do, but they're bad for you. 30 minutes a day, brothers, can change your life. Again, brothers, what you don't want to do is get to the meeting and you can't start the meeting. You don't want to crank the engine and the engine don't start. Do you feel what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? And because guess what? Even when you're stressed, that will aid any erectile dysfunction as well. So working out, eating right, consistent blood flow will help all of those things. Now, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just trying to help because guess what? That's the stuff that black men don't talk about. That's the stuff black men don't talk about. And so for some of y'all, you may be thinking your husband, you know, eyes or somewhere else. Well, it might not be functioning, and that's hard for a black man to talk about. And I'm being honest right now. And you may talk about, well, you must got somebody else, or you all over, you don't want me no more. He might be in a place where he can't talk about it. He's embarrassed. And that's a problem right there if your husband can't be vulnerable in front of you. That's a problem that you've made it to a point where he can't be vulnerable in front of you, that he has to hide that fear or that embarrassment, you know, in front of you. Do you feel me? And it could be because you feeding them fried chicken, and now here you go with your silly self putting the most silly place on Facebook. I feed my man. Then you got gravy and pork chops and fried chicken and fatback all over his plate, and wonder why he can't function. That's why he can't function. But if you don't know that, and if he don't know that, both of you are ignorant to the fact. And nothing is more embarrassing to a brother when he can't function, be it because of physical or physical issues, and they intertwine. And so, ladies, you gotta be there for your husband and quit trying to accuse him of having somebody else, or you must be doing this or doing that. The brother might be sick. He might be stressed. It might be because you've been feeding him canned corn and pork chops and fried chicken and steak, you know, and can at the corn at the can, for years, and now he's clogged up, physically. And brothers don't go to, we don't talk, nor do we go to the doctor. And so what they'll do is they'll go to the corner gas station and pop one of them blue pills, or pop one of them grocery store sex pills, and they had no EKG, and bring the food around laying down on top of you. I'm trying to help y'all tonight, because that's what happens. You taking this stuff from these gas stations, or you got a friend from the VA somewhere who got a Viagra prescription, and now here you go with your silly self. You ain't had no checkup, no EKG, no kind of physical, and you taking this stuff. You got blood pressure problems, clogged arteries. You got one valve ain't working, and you go take this pill, and now here you go having heart palpitations. You know, now you ready for the meeting, but you can't even get to the meeting because you're having a heart attack. So it is incumbent upon us to go to the doctor and get past this. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know about it. Let me tell you something, Doc. If I cough 4 times, I'm making an appointment. If I cough 4 times, I'm gone. My hand to God, I'm gone. Because guess what? Whether it's breast cancer, whether it's ovarian cancer, whether it's prostate cancer, whatever it is, early detection saves lives. Do you feel what I'm trying to say? And so what prescription works for him or her may not work for you. You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta be careful with that. And so as complicated as women's female bodies are, the female reproductive system can be, y'all have y'all, and that's the thing too. Women, go get your yearly pap smear. Go get your breast check. Don't be walking around here not knowing what's going on up inside you. Go get your breast check. Go get yourself checked out. Have these talks with your children, with your daughters, with your sons. The church is ignorant to these things, and we can't be ignorant anymore. Diabetes, high blood pressure, folks having strokes, heart attacks, while we shouting. Brothers around here ashamed, brothers, 40, 45, whatever the age is, you need to get your blood work for your prostate exam. And guess what? Don't let ignorance stop you from getting your exam. You don't have to go to the urologist or your your primary care physician and bend over the table. They can do it usually now with some blood work. Don't be telling me, man, I ain't going no doctor. Ain't nobody gonna put their finger up my behind. That's fine, but you will come see us at Port in the Heights. I promise you that. They ain't got to do it, but I promise you, you're gonna come see us. I promise you. So get yourself together. Quit being ignorant. And I said what I said. Quit being ignorant. And guess what? These diseases, from prostate cancer to diabetes to high blood pressure, guess what? They're more, yeah, you saw that plug, Stroma? Yeah, they're more relevant to us, people of color, men of color. Your pride gonna kill you. Nah, man, I ain't going no doctor, man. I'd rather not know. That's irresponsible. That is irresponsible to the people you love. It is irresponsible to yourself. It's irresponsible. Nah, man, I ain't going. I'd rather not know. Now you sick, and folk got to change their whole lives to just to take care of you because you were too irresponsible to go get yourself checked out to fix something that probably could have been avoided. Now we got to raise money, sell moon cookies and popcorn and now laters and fried fish on Friday to help bury you, which is a whole other subject. One more plug. Get some life insurance. If you don't have no life insurance, get some life insurance. Ain't nobody, and guess what? GoFundMe ain't no life insurance. I can't hear nobody. I said, get something to bury your tail with. I will not be at the red light with no water pitcher trying to raise money to bury you with. I ain't doing it. It's too hot out there. Pre-needed, Pruitt in the Heights. Whatever you need to do. Go see Chris, Nikki, pre-needed in the Heights. Whatever you have to do. But be responsible, folks. Love your family enough not to have them grieving and trying to figure out how they gonna bury you. And I mean that. It's not especially if you driving a Mercedes, a Cadillac, wearing Gucci and gold and Louis Vuitton. Now it no that now you need health insurance. You need a living will. You need a power of attorney and whatever else you need, a will in general, especially if you got siblings and multiple children and baby daddies and baby mamas. And this wasn't no way in the sermon tonight, but it's the truth. If you got siblings and multiple children, you know, you need these things in place. So folk ain't got to be having family meetings and arguing and fussing and cussing over Medea stuff and over your stuff. All right. Do I make sense? I'm trying to help you. We have no clue when we gonna die, folks. And it makes no sense that the black church and the black family, we are so unorganized and ill-prepared in life and when death and sickness occurs. And that's why white folks are always, and I said what I said, that's why white folks are always light years ahead of us. That's why white folks are always light years ahead of us. That's why. That's why. We have to do better with our health. We have to do better with our business. We have to do better how we understand business. You know, just like, you know, if you the power of attorney over your mama while she alive, honey, when she died, you can't go to the funeral home talking about you run stuff. When Medea died, your power of attorney died when she died. You don't run nothing. Nothing. Sit down. Well, I'm the power of attorney. No, you're not. She did. She did. You got one vote, one voice. But that's the stuff we don't know. We have to take care of our health. We have to take care of our business. We have to put plans and policies and procedures in place. People should not be trying to raise money and call meetings and borrow and beg to bury you. That is embarrassing. How dare I live all this time and die? And Nikki has to call and beg and borrow. And I embarrass my family and my family's name, my father's name, my church's name. And what kind of man am I to be walking around here wearing Gucci on my feet in a Cadillac and can't be buried and don't leave nothing for my children? And guess what, my friends? You got to think beyond burial. Stop just having enough insurance to bury you with. Leave an inheritance for your children. I'm not trying to get in your money or your pocket. But if all you got is $10,000, no, no, no. Why? Because guess what? The average cemetery purchase of a plot, open and close, will run you from $3,000 to $8,000. Just the cemetery. You hear what I said? And for y'all talk about that's a lot of money. Well, I'm just gonna cremate myself. I'm gonna get cremated, or I'm gonna cremate my mama. Well, guess what? At one time, that was cheap. But then the funeral home industry said, well, you know what? Them folks trying to get over on us now. It's gonna cost you $5,000 to $7,000 or more to guess what? To cremate your people. 10 grand ain't enough. My funeral home boss took somebody to Brookside this week on 59, and guess what? About $8,000 in Brookside just for a cemetery plot. 5,000, 10,000. That ain't gonna work no more. But even with that, that's the small limitation of Black mentality. What are you gonna leave for your children? What about the inheritance? So you dead, now your kids got to go from place to place or left with nothing? No. Again, that's why white folk are always ahead of us. That's why their kids are always ahead of our kids. When they die, they got trust funds, they got this, that, they got the insurance they can't touch till they're 30 years old, $100,000 here, $50,000 here, $500,000 here, 250 here from an insurance policy with someone to oversee it if your child is crazy or a little out there. We have to do better, folks. We'll be behind always. But again, you have to up your life insurance. I promise you, you do. This was totally off my lesson tonight, but God led me here because some of y'all ain't got but 5,000, 3,000, 10,000. Listen, you need, yeah, you need some money, especially if you don't have a cemetery plot purchased already. Because in most funeral homes, you're gonna walk in the door probably at least $4,800 walking in the door. And you need to put on paper who's handling your business. What happens if you get on life support? Whose call is it to pull the plug? Who makes the decision to say do not resuscitate or do? Who makes the call? Pull the plug or don't? Who makes the call? What funeral home to go to? Who makes the call? Nursing home or private care? Who makes those calls for you as you age, as you get older? That's the stuff you need to think about. Stop living life as if to say you're going to be here forever or in good health forever or in your right mind forever. Disability insurance may be a good thing to look into. What if you have a stroke, a heart attack? What if you get in a wreck and you can't work anymore? What happens if you can't pay your mortgage anymore? You can't pay your car note anymore, your rent, your lease. Gotta have stuff in place, folks. But the people you love won't have to be scrambling around. And I know I've been jumping all over the place, but guess what? These are real life issues that unfortunately sometimes Black parents don't teach us, and the church won't teach us. But if you don't have any life insurance, you need to get some. And if all you have is 10,000 or 5,000, not enough. It's not enough. If you die right now with $10,000, and let me be honest with you, well, such and such funeral home, you know, we'll go to them. And let me tell you something, folks. You can go to them little cheap funeral homes if you want to, and child, I'll just say this: you pay for what you get. That's all I'm gonna say. You pay for what you get. Now, when you come out there looking 10 different colors, because the embalmer was high and used 1 bottle of fluid and 4 bottles of water, then there it is. Yeah. Casket, creaking and handle coming off. You pay for what you get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. I end on this note. My mama went to the funeral home and picked out everything. Everything she wanted, she went to the funeral home and picked it out. And I went behind her and changed everything. And I told, look, she said, I said, so where you been? I said, nurse funeral home. She said, what you did? Change my business? I said, all of it. She said, I figured you were going to do that. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, why did you do that? I said, because your funeral was about me, not about you. She said, what? I'm going to be the one dead. I said, ma'am, your funeral is about me, not about you. What you mean? I said, ma'am, you picked the cheapest stuff in the room. And them people ain't gonna say, William put his mama, how dare him? He ain't no good. And put him his alley, that old cheap casket, that old cheap suit, that old cheap box, them old cheap flowers. I don't want all that money in the ground. Lady, no. No, ma'am. The people will not have me in the group text message on Facebook talking about me. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not doing that. We're not putting you in no chicken box. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not doing that, doc. No, ma'am. The Saints won't have me no group message. This boy done put his mama in old cheap. No. You know how black people are? Yeah. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Yeah. But you need to do that. And I know I went from health to life insurance to wheels, but but it, I pray I make sense to that, and I pray that you heard me. And if you don't know, we have people in our church, in fellowship. We got Sister Revis who does life insurance with Primerica. We got Christy Bob who's the FDIC at Porter in the Heights. If you need a funeral home, Porter in the Heights. You know, that's fellowships. Yeah, yeah. Nikki's the office manager. I'm the chaplain. You know, so yeah, you got people who can help you with estate planning, living wills, power of attorneys. You don't have to be in. You don't have to be in the dark. You don't have to be ignorant. If I can't tell you what a pre-need plan is or how it works, but call Pruitt's. Call if you see Nikki or Chris at church, ask them what it is. You see what I'm saying? And also understand this, and I'm gonna end this. Understand this. Don't let we got weight management, Jennifer Lawyer and Nikki with the little detox tea, cleanse your kidneys, your colon, or whatever. Listen, also know this, and I'm through. If you and Chris, you on here, help me with this. If you get a life insurance policy, understand this. If the policy is worth 25,000, 50,000, or $100,000, if you get that policy, okay, And in the first year of you having it, 6 months or whatever, and the person you have it on, if they die, guess what? They may tell you when you get it, it's going to pay full. They're lying. Because if the person the policy is on dies, I think within a year, they ain't gonna pay or they gonna fight it. It's contestable. That's the word. It's contestable. That policy is contestable. You only get the money you paid into it. So if you pay four payments, 6 payments, if the policy is worth $50,000, guess what? You ain't getting that. So don't think because you get a policy, today, and they died in 6 months, you finna get $100,000. It's contestable. They ain't paying that. And for some, you're right, Reg. It might take 2 years. So these things, don't let these people hoodwink you and thinking, because some of y'all just think, oh yeah, I got $100,000, and you think, if Freddie Ray die, next year, so you're not gonna get that. Cancel the fish fry in the crawfish ball. You're not getting that. You see, they're not gonna tell you that. Oh yeah, we'll pay, we'll pay, we'll pay. You're gonna get what you put in. Okay. So whatever questions you have, see Chris, see Revis, yeah, it depends upon what you died from. And if you're trying to kill somebody just to get the money, Black Widow or whatever, I don't want to see you on the first 48. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some money. All right. So get you some life insurance. Yeah. Yeah. Get you some life insurance. All right. And if you don't know what to get, we have people in fellowship who can assist you. Again, if you have only $10,000, that's all you have, you don't have enough. Especially if you don't have okay, with Deborah Youngblood too. I didn't know that you did that. Bless you. We ain't trying to slight nobody. We want everybody to eat. Amen. Read your policies. Uh, you know, we want everybody to eat, and we want everybody to sleep in peace. And again, uh, we want everybody to be able to live. All right, all right. So these cemeteries are high, very very expensive. Okay, I mean I didn't know how expensive they were until recently. So yeah, be careful with that. Okay, I know I rambled tonight. I pray that this helped us in real life issues, not so much biblical issues, but just real life issues that we need to do uh, the best we can. Yeah, Chris, we'll get that done. Uh, yeah, we'll get that done. Yeah, we'll get that done. So, yeah, because I want our people to be, not just to be spiritual, but to know what's happening in real life, man. Because life is happening, and I don't want you to be caught off guard, you know. Um, and and I don't mean to be funny, but there you go, someone dies, and now you got to go get a payday loan to bury somebody, and you paying 100% interest on a loan, $10,000 or whatever, and they got you for $20,000 or $25,000 for payday loan. So be careful with that. Get the proper insurance. Know the difference between whole life and term life and all that stuff. You have to know the difference. Read your policies. Read the fine print. But again, we got people in our church, Christy Bob, Deborah Youngblood, Nikki Jordan, Bernadette Revis, and whoever else we may have. We have people from life insurance to the funeral industry, who can help assist you in that area. All right. All right. Bless you. I've talked enough tonight. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. Bless you. Uh, again, this is strange, but we still offer Christ to you. We offer Christ. We offer salvation. We offer membership. You can and again, if and listen, if you need, the whole detox tea thing, you're trying to get your colon cleansed, you can see Lady Nikki, she sells it. You can see Jennifer Copeland, lawyer, she sells it. It does work, but you just can't eat everything and think that's going to be the cure all. You still have to eat right and exercise as well. You know, so we want to offer Christ to you as well. Type in membership, salvation. We love to love on you, share Christ with you, have you a part of our fellowship. Um, um, we're a great church. We're a wonderful church. We have a wonderful team, a wonderful staff, wonderful people. We have some good church too. We have some of the best singers and musicians you've ever heard. And the preacher's okay. He does pretty good every now and then. Yeah, so if you need the detox tea, see Nikki, see Jennifer, you can inbox either one of them for you need that. I promise you, your colon, your stomach, the bloating, get your gut together. You can give also tonight to your church, to your pastor, uh, tithe, give your offering, you pay your pledge. Don't forget about your pledge for our building. We're still doing that. All right. All right. Um, bless you. Again, don't forget August 21st and 28th, 8 a.m. Stay tuned for a week of events for our first church anniversary. If you love your church, just put in the comments, "I love my church." Just put in there, "I love my church." If you're on whatever you know, whatever you're on, and just put in, "I love my church." Yeah, we want to just do that. I love my church. August 21st and 28th. August 21st and 28th. Amen. I love you all. Man, let me thank also Daryl Stroman. Man, Daryl Stroman is a pastor, um, but he is a great son. He 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 Johnny White and um, Prenell. They're my pastoring sons, and they're some great sons for checking on me and praying for me. I appreciate those gentlemen for being friends and sons. I appreciate their kindness towards me. I appreciate all of you for praying for me and covering me, my family, and all of us and the church in prayer. I love all of you. Lord, thank you for our time together. Thank you for the reality of life. Help us to get our health together. Thank you for um, each other. Thank you for life, health, and strength. Help us to do better with how we handle our bodies and what we eat and what we drink and what we consume. And um, thank you for the gift of life. Help us to handle our business better um, for ourselves and for our families when we leave this earth. Bless our church membership, um, those persons who aren't members, but they're friends, they're supporters of our church. Bless them and their families. And those who are under my voice, bless them and keep them. Thank you for keeping us and sustaining us for almost a year. To God be the glory for the good things He has done. And God, we love you because you first loved us. It's in your name we do pray. Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. God bless you. Love you, church. Good night.